Oh man, we were so close, Milan fans. We were so close to the perfect night in the Champions League. Very very close. Final score today in Milan, in the Champions League: Milan 3, Club Brugge 1. And what a night it was. We needed this win badly. Obviously, Milan before this had lost games to Liverpool, embarrassed by Liverpool, lost to Leverkusen. And we're on Madrid coming up next too. So this was a must-win game, and they got the win. Didn't start pretty though. Of course, Milan getting absolutely bullied in that first half. Early on, I would say the first 10, 15 minutes, all Club Brugge. It wasn't, rocket science what their tactics were. They were going to sit back, counterattack, and they did that. I mean, they had some great chances, some quality chances. Had it not been for some incredible stops by Mike Maignan, I think I counted 2 or 3 in that first half alone, that game could have been very ugly for Milan very, very quickly. But alas, Mike Maignan doing what Mike Maignan does best. After that, I feel like Milan settled into the game over time. It was kind of slow, you got to say, in that first half. I mean, it wasn't like Milan really did a whole lot. I would say Club Brugge definitely deserved a goal, at least in that first half, but they didn't. Instead, we got a ridiculous goal by Christian Pulisic from the corner. I believe it's called an Olympico, right? Is that what they call that goal? A goal from the corner kick. I mean, it just went right in, perfectly placed, and I'm sure he didn't mean to score that goal, but it went in, so we'll obviously take that. And of course, when you're on form like Christian Pulisic, things just kind of drop for you, and it did again for him too. That's now, I think, a point, or that's now, I think it's 7 goals, 3 assists in 11 games this season, which is unbelievable, man. And we'll talk about him later on in this video too, because another fantastic goal, another fantastic game by him in general, not just goal, but all around game. He really is impressing me every single game. Even today, again, interview after the game in Italian. So bro's just doing everything right, and you can't hate on the man right now. He is really, really just, I mean, he's winning over the hearts of all the Milan fans and all the doubters in the world right now that are hating on Christian Pulisic and American players. I mean, I think he's winning them over slowly but surely. So another great game from him. And of course, we saw the Bruges red card in the first half too. So, good for us. But I saw a tweet, I believe it was someone I follow. I can't remember who it was now, but it was someone that said, now it's 10v10 because Loftus-Cheek this game did nothing. Absolutely nothing. So Milan go in to that halftime at 1-0. Bruges definitely deserved, I think, something. They were the better team in the first half, but if it wasn't for Mike Maignan, it also felt like in that first half, we were kind of forcing the chances off the left side a bit more than like we usually do. I mean, it just felt very much the game plan was get the ball to Rafa. And to be fair, Rafa did have a pretty positive game, I think. He was very active today. He was getting involved. He was making runs. He was trying to make things happen. So that was nice to see, but it did feel like it was a bit forced at times on that left side. And then, of course, second half starts. Club Brugge scored an incredibly well-worked goal. I'm not too sure if I knew like who was at fault for that goal. It kind of felt like it was just a really nice play by Club Brugge. There was a player that kind of took the ball in the box and cut back and found the player that scored the goal. It was honestly just well worked by them. It kind of felt a bit like Emerson was ball watching. Kind of felt a bit like Loftus-Cheek also was let a player kind of run behind our line. But honestly, overall, I can't really point fingers at anybody in that goal. I think, in my opinion, maybe I'm just not seeing it. But in my opinion, that was just a well-worked goal by Club Brugge. So credit to them. And then we see a big change. We see a big change about 10 minutes later. And, it's 1-1 at this point. And I feel like in this sense, Fonseca tonight, I think, won some fans over because, listen, Rafa did not play a bad game at all. Loftus-Cheek did, I would say. I mean, I can't think of one thing that Loftus-Cheek actually did tonight. I really can't. I'm not trying to be rude or insulting to Loftus-Cheek, but I just think he was non-existent tonight. And credit to Fonseca, man. I mean, he takes off Rafa Leao. He gets booed, brings on Okafor, and then he also takes off Ruben Loftus-Cheek and brings on Samuel Chukwueze, moving Pulisic to the middle. And again, I think Fonseca won some people over tonight too because, it was a big call, a brave call taking Rafa off. But you saw, obviously, Fonseca saw something in the game. Maybe it was more so Loftus-Cheek off than Rafa off, but, even still, he saw something that could change instantly. Instantly, Okafor takes on his man and finds Tijani Reijnders for the second goal of the game for Milan, and it was a fantastic goal. And I would say, honestly, both changes, Okafor and Chukwueze as well. Chukwueze was running riot, and then, of course, he was at the core of that third goal. Again, to Johnny Reijnders too. Great work down that right side of the flank. And also, if you look at that goal again, it was Pulisic who actually wins that ball. Like, he doesn't win the ball, but he pressures the defender on Bruges, who then gives the ball to Chukwueze, who then makes the run and then finds Johnny Reijnders too. So again, Christian Pulisic making an impact. And I gotta say, man, I know I said this earlier. We'll talk about Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic, man, his work rate, man, is second to none in the world, bro. I'm seeing this guy, and I have notes here, in the 80th minute, in the 75th minute, 80s. He is covering for Emerson when Emerson goes forward. He's covering for Johnny Reijnders. He's making runs to win the ball back. He's pressuring. He is doing everything right now, man. He is scoring goals. He's assisting goals. He's working defensively. Just a fantastic game by Christian Pulisic once again. And of course, the other talking point of this game, which would have made it, I think, the perfect game. We saw Camarda come on for Morata in the 75th minute and scores a goal. He scores a goal in the 86th minute. He takes off his shirt. He slides down, to the corner flag. His teammates are coming, picking him up, and it is an incredible moment for all Milan fans that have been waiting for this moment. An incredible moment for him, for this kid, this 16-year-old kid, who I think is the 7th youngest person to play in the Champions League. He would have been the youngest goal scorer in the Champions League, and I say would have because obviously VAR unfortunately called that goal off, which was unfortunate for Camarda. But we got the moment, we saw the moment, we were so happy for a second, and then obviously it was gone. But it will come. The kid is so young, he is so good, but that was incredible. And I would say that second half overall, Milan were just much more defensively sound. Great games by Emerson, by Tomori as well. Gabbia, I would say overall very solid, and of course Mike Maignan keeping us in that game in the first half. So overall, what a fantastic night for Milan. Almost a perfect night, but overall you can't complain. We got Real Madrid next in the Champions League, which will be an obvious test. I'm not looking forward to seeing Vinny Jr. against either Emerson Royal or Calabria, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video. All my socials linked down below. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to follow me on. Link down below. Hit you all in the next video. Cheers.